Dear students, today we are going to start the second part of the planning chapter. In the last part we have discussed about the concept of planning, then importance, features and limitations of. Here we are going to discuss planning process and different types of plans. So let us start first with the topic planning process. What are the different process of planning? What are the different process of planning? First one, setting up of objective. Setting objectives. Setting an objective. So this is the most important step in the process of planning. Why this is considered as the most important step in the process of planning? Simple, because without an objective we cannot move or we cannot make a plan. In order to take a new step we should have an objective. So without that no planning will work out. So this is the most important and basic step in the process of planning. For example, in the case of business, so suppose they want to increase the sale percentage or percentage of sales in the next financial year. So they want to increase it as 15%. 15% increase is needed. So that objective is set. So that is important thing, because based on which only they have to proceed. They have to start the work. So they have to attain 50% more benefits or 50% more sales. So if we discuss in this way, it will be more clear that we are taking you as an example. Suppose you want to get 100% mark in business studies. You have to get full mark in business studies. So what is that called as? This is an objective. So you have fixed an objective. So that is the first step in the process of planning. So you have to get a mark nothing less than 100. All of you are laughing. Is it not possible? Sure, it is possible. It is possible. Why? We will come to know that why it is possible or how it is possible. So before that, first of all, we have to fix the objective. What objective is fixed? Should get 100 mark in business studies. So you have fixed an objective. So that is the first important step in planning process. Then next, developing premises. Developing premises. Developing planning premises. What is premises or planning premises? Planning premises are the assumptions related to future. So certain assumptions will be there related to the future. That those assumptions are called as planning premises. Related to future, we can only assume this may happen like this. These things will be like this. So all these things can be predicted. So that prediction or that assumptions related to the future can be called as planning premises. So developing planning premises is the next important step. So developing planning premises is important because we can only assume about the future. So in the case of business where they have fixed a 15% hike in sales in the next year, they will assume various things. They will assume about various factors affecting the business or business environment. Economic factors, how the economic condition will be, what will be the preference and taste of the consumers, all those things will be assessed. And what will be the cost of raw material, how much increase will be there, or how much increase will be there in the cost of labor, all those things will be assessed. Those situations will be assessed. So that is the next step. We have to learn another example for you, but it is getting 100% mark in business place. So what will be the assumptions? Various assumptions are there. You have to study around 12 chapters, and those study will be completed by December. So after that we will have a revision exam will be there, and during the exam will be there for 3 hours. Invigilators will be there, around 20 children will be sitting in a hall. So within that 3 hours you have to complete, or you have to present whatever things are known to you according to the questions asked. So all these things are assumptions. You have assessed that these things will be there. So then you have developed some premises. So that is called planning premises. Then what is the next step? Third step, identifying alternative course of action. Identifying alternative course of action. So alternative courses of action will be identified. Alternative courses of action. That means in order to attain the objectives, you will have various choice. Choice will be there regarding how to attain the objective. So this 15% increase in the sales can be attained by taking various steps. So how to increase 15% increase in sales, 15% increase in sales income, sales revenue. So they can easily increase the price. So income may increase, but due to the increase in price, demand may decrease. So there is chance that sales may decrease. So then they can increase the quality of the goods. In order to increase the quality of the goods, they should use good raw material. Okay, so like that various courses of actions will be identified. Then regarding your example, to get 100% mark, what are the courses of action can be undertaken? Yes, you can prepare well, maintain a systematic timetable and study accordingly. Then another one, easy things are there many. You can copy from your neighbor student, or you can influence the invigilator. So various things are there. You can give some bits, can get more mark. So various assumptions. Suppose we have considered these 3 assumptions. Which are the 3 assumptions? Study in a systematic manner by keeping a systematic timetable. Okay. Then copy from your neighbor student, and then bribing your invigilator. Okay. Then what? You can keep some bits of it. So for what purpose to bribe the invigilator? So that he will allow you to do some malpractice in the class. So these are the identified alternative course of action. Then the next one, what you will do with this one? These many courses of actions are identified. The next one, evaluating alternative course of action. Evaluating alternative courses of action. So here, you will evaluate the alternative courses of action you have decided, or you have chosen. So in the case of a company which want to increase the sales percentage up to 15%. So in that case, company will identify all courses of action. So we have told that company can increase the price. So there is a disadvantage for that. Due to the increase in price, demand may decrease and customers may choose for better option from other rival firms. But in the case of increase in the quality of products, they can do that. But there also problem is there. Due to increase in the quality of goods, in order to increase the quality of goods, they have to use better quality raw material. For that, cost will be more. Then various other alternatives are there. All these alternative courses of actions will be studied and will evaluate the pros and cons of all these courses of action. So in the case of your mark, getting 100% mark or 100 mark in business studies, you have made various alternative courses of action, which are there. You can make study. You can study by keeping a systematic timetable, or you can copy from your neighbor student during the time of examination, or you can bribe your invigilator to do some malpractices, or can keep some gifts. So all these courses of actions are identified. Now you are evaluating all these courses of action. For what? To understand that which are the pros and cons of all these things, or merit and demerits of all these courses of action. So let us see the copying from your neighbor students. What is the problem? First of all, we have to assure that whether he is a studious student. Then only benefit is there to go. Then bribing the invigilator, that is not at all possible. Not at all possible in the sense they may not accept it. Daily different invigilators may be coming. We don't know that who is going to come on that particular day. And apart from all these things, nowadays CBSE is keeping CCTV cameras in all the exam halls. So there also problem is there. Then keeping bits of paper. So if you keep some bits of paper or something with you, always your attention will be to safeguard the bit of paper, and you will be thinking about that. If that question is not asked for exam also, you will be in tension because you have a bit of paper. So all these things you will evaluate. Then comes the next one, selecting a best course of action. Selecting a course of action or selecting an alternative. From the identified or evaluated course of action, you will select the best alternative. So which is the best alternative in your case? Copying from your friend, bribing the invigilator, or keeping some bits of paper? Not at all. Which is the best one? Systematic study by keeping a systematic timetable. So let us start from today onward. Keep a systematic timetable and study accordingly. So that is the best alternative because you need not depend anybody else. You can depend on yourself. No need of getting the help from someone. So it is not at all needed to depend on somebody. So you can believe in yourself and with a free mind you can go and attend the exam, and definitely you will get 100% mark. So which alternative can be identified or selected? You can depend on yourself. Keep going. Keep a systematic timetable and study accordingly. Then comes the next one, implementing the plan. So which alternative course of action is selected? Yes. Keeping a systematic timetable and study accordingly. That alternative is selected. So with that alternative we are implementing the plan. Plan is implemented. Okay, with that alternative, because we decided that we will go accordingly. With that plan or with that alternative we started the plan. And now the last step started accordingly. Now we have to follow, we have to keep some follow up, or we have to check in between that whether the things are going on in accordance with what we planned. So in order to assure that in between we have to make some frequent checking and inspection. So all these things comes under follow up action. So in order to assure the follow up action, what we can do in our case, check that whatever portions covered by your teacher is completed or not. That that you have understood or not. Whether any doubt is there or not. If there is any doubt, it is necessary to clear that at the very moment so that you can ask your teacher. Okay, and clear the doubt. So that is what. So like that, you have to assess yourself that things are going on in accordance with the planned things or not, in the planned way or not. So that is what the last step in the process of planning. So once again, the different steps are identifying the objective or selecting the objective, then determining the planning premises or developing the planning premises, identifying alternative course of action, then evaluating the alternative course of action, selecting an alternative, then implementing the plan and follow up action. Okay, now we are going to see next topic, types of plan. Types of sorry. Here we are going to classify plans into different categories. Different types or modes of plans are there. We are going to discuss one by one. First one is objective. Objective we have studied as one of the fixing objectives, one of the first step in the process of, it is the first step in the process of plan. Now objective is also a plan. Objective is also a plan. What is objective? Objective is the end result which the management seeks to achieve. Objective is the end result which the management seeks to achieve. That means in order to achieve some end, in order to reach some end, in order to achieve something, management does something or some work. So the ultimate aim of doing an activity can be called as objective. The ultimate goal or ultimate aim to start an activity, that is what is called objective. So objective is the end or end result which the management seeks to achieve. Okay, is it clear? So objective is the last destination for doing an activity, or the benefit which we are expecting in the completion of the activity. That benefit or that goal or that aim can be called as objective. Okay, next, policy. Policy is a general statement that guides or channelizes the energy towards a particular direction. So policy is a general statement. It's a general statement, or it simply says important statement that guides our activities, or that says our activities what we have to do, or channelize our activities towards a particular direction. This is our motto, or this is what we are expecting. So a company will have a production policy, then sales policy will be there, consumer service policy will be there, various types of policies will be there, under which they will be directed towards the attainment of it. Is it clear? The next one is procedure. Procedure. What is procedure? Procedure is simple. You may have used various procedures in solving various problems. So procedures are the steps or routine steps on how to carry out activities. Procedures are the routine steps on how to carry out activities. It is the series of steps regarding how to carry out your activities. A procedure will have different steps. So step by step movement towards the attainment of some activities, towards the attainment of the goal or objective. So in order to attain the objectives, which steps we have followed. So the series of all these steps can be called as procedure. Okay? Then method. Method. What is method? So method says that this is the prescribed way or manner in which a task is to be performed, or a task has to be performed. The prescribed way or the manner in which a task has to be performed can be called as method. We have noted that procedure has series of steps. So the way in which a particular step of the procedure is to be completed can be called as method. How to carry out a particular step in the procedure. So that way of completing the particular step in the procedure can be called as method. So method is the procedure or prescribed way or manner in which a particular step is to be carried out. It is the manner in which a particular task is to be completed. For example, in one of the chapter we have discussed about making of ready-made garments or ready-made shirts. So in the process of making ready-made shirt, different processes are there, in which some people will be, one person will be there to cut the cloth in the shape of a shirt, then another person will be there to stitch the main part or the body part of the shirt, and another person will be there to attach the hands. So like that various steps are there. So in that one of the steps, suppose attaching collar to the shirt. How to do that? Who has to complete that work? Or which are the ways in which these collars have to be fixed? All these things are the way in which we have to perform that particular task. So that is what is called the method. The next one is rule. Rule. Rule is a specific statement which says or that informs what is to be done and what not to be done. Rule is a specific statement that informs what is to be done. Rule is a specific statement that informs what is to be done or what not to be done. Is it clear? So rule says that what we have to do or what should not be done. So in your library it may be written that keep silence. Okay, in public places somewhere it will be written that no smoking. So all these things are rules. In fact, it will be written that enter only with the uniform. So all these things are the rules. These are the general statements which says or informs what is to be done or what not to be done. The next program. What is program? It's a detailed statement. Sometimes it will be a detailed different statements about a project, which outlines its objectives, procedures, rules, tasks, everything. It's a very detailed statement of a project. Means a complete activity. Which says about the objective of the project, procedure, rule, task, etc. So you may have seen the program list of particular program in your school. In that, starting with the some prayer song, then presidential speech, inauguration, all these things. So this can be called as a program list. So that involves all the things about the objective of the project, procedure of the project, rules, tasks, etc. about the entire project. So that written statement or detailed statement of activity can be called as a program. Is it clear? The next, strategy. Strategy is another type of plan which explains a comprehensive plan of accomplishing or comprehensive plan of action. Comprehensive means an elaborate plan of action. So strategy is a comprehensive plan for accomplishing an organization object. Strategy is a comprehensive plan or elaborate plan for accomplishing an object, which has three dimensions. First one is determining a long-term objective. Determining a long-term objective. First of all, in order to start with the strategy, we have to have an objective first, then adopting a particular course of action to attain the objective, and allocating resources to attain the objective. These three things are, or three dimensions are there in strategy. Determining a long-term objective, then adopting an alternative course of action to attain the objective, and allocating resources for attaining the objective. So a comprehensive plan of action including all these three dimensions can be called as strategy. So you may have heard about the military attack or military action. There will be various strategies they will put forward to get the objective. Okay, so these are called strategy. The next one is budget. Budget. What is budget? Budget is a statement of expected result expressed in numerical terms. It's a statement of expected result expressed in numerical terms. So budget is a statement of expected result. What is expected result? What we are expecting in future. That means a cash budget. Suppose a cash budget. It shows about the total of receipts and payments on a future date. Total of receipts and payments on a future date. Understood? So next month we prepare a cash budget. Means in the next month how much income we will get. Receipt of cash will get. How much payments of cash will be there. Okay? How much income or receipt of cash will be there and how much payment of cash will be there. A statement of these expected results can be called as budget. Like that production budget will be there, sales budget will be there. So these expected results will be numerical terms. In that figures will be there. Amount will be there. So such an expected result expressed in numerical terms can be called as budget. So these are the different types of plan, and we will classify plans in another way also. In another way, we will classify the plan into two categories. They are single-use plan and standing. Single-use plan and standing. What is a single-use plan? It is there in the name itself. Single-use plan is the plan which is making for once or it will not be repeated. Okay, a plan which is made for only one time is called a single use plan. For example, budget we have told. Cash budget prepared for the month of August 2020 cannot be repeated because August 2020 will not be repeated again. Okay, so budget, programs, projects, etc. are single use plan. A program made for a particular project or that project itself will not be repeated. So we can start a new project, but the old project will not be repeated. So single use plans are the plans made for only one time. There is no repetition for that process, that plan. This is not a recurring plan. Okay, example, budget, program, project, etc. The next, standing plan. So what is standing plan? Standing plans are the plans which occur regularly, or these plans are repeated in nature, repetitive in nature. The plans which may repeat or which may occur again can be called as a standing plan. So standing plan occur regularly or repeatedly. Example, policies, procedure, methods, rule, etc. So if we make a rule, that rule will not be made for a particular period of time. That rule will be made for a long period of time. So rule is a standing plan. Again can be introduced. Policy can be introduced again. Policy will not be there for a short period of time or not for only one time. It will be used repeatedly. So that is the end. So standing plans are the plans occur regularly or repeatedly. Example, policies, procedures, methods, etc. Okay, is it clear? So today, which are the portions we have discussed? Process of plan and types of plan. Okay, is it clear to all?